Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adiro Ken. Okay guys, we are going to continue from our last video, and if you've not watched my last video, please go to my playlist and check Understanding Yourself. This is the video there. So from last video we talked about the 4 different types of temperaments. I gave an example of each of the temperaments. We talked about the sanguine, we talked about the phlegmatic, and somewhere in the process of editing I lost the other 2 temperaments, which is the choleric and the melancholy. So sad. I was moping. I moped for hours. It's just so painful. But okay, today we are going to be running through the last 2 temperaments, as choleric and melancholy. Then we'll move to the 12 blends of the temperaments. So like I earlier explained in my previous video. So let's go into it. Okay guys, let's talk about the choleric. These people are very dedicated. They are very productive. They are visionaries. They are self-sufficient. They are decisive. They are leaders. The choleric people, I don't know if you have a friend that likes, like, that can make a decision for you. They can, if you're like, I don't even know what to do, they spring up, blam, they decide for you. They give you the analytical version of why you should do this, why you should not do this. They are very decisive. They are straight to the point. They are self-sufficient. They are very independent. They don't wait for others to come and help them out before they find solution to their problems. Choleric people can be very independent. But to their weaknesses, guys, these people are cruel. They are cold. They are very unemotional. They can be very controlling. Like, when I mean controlling, they can be very controlling. Okay, let me give you guys a life example of a choleric person I once met. Okay, I know quite a number of choleric people, but this particular one was actually a very funny situation. So okay, so my church, then my parents and I, we just changed church. So I just joined the workforce. Okay, did I join the workforce yet? No, I was a youth, part of the youth. I think every third Sundays they used to hold youth service, so youth used to meet and all that. So we went for rehearsals, and we were supposed to do a drama. Hey, guys, so the drama, or the whole summary of the drama was a woman. She would give birth to a child, and she died in the process. She's going to die in the process, and the man is going to be the one to take over the whole upbringing of the child, and down like that. So when we started the video, the drama, when we started the drama, the people were like, okay, this drama, after running through the whole thing, is too long, and this is the number of time, like, this is the duration we have to run through this drama, and it's way after the duration that we were supposed to use. Like, it's above limit, so we have to cut stuffs from the old drama, obviously. Oh yeah, let's cut off unnecessary parts that can be explained, that people can grab. Okay, this is what happened, e.g. the part of the woman going into labor, and we are showing that she has given birth to the child. Then she now gave up the ghost. Then the doctors and nurses now ran inside. Hey, pump it, give her blood. Let's cut it out. That's what this uncle said. No, that part is essential. It has to be in the drama. We're like, but the woman can just give birth to the child, and like the next, like, they can show where the woman is going to the hospital, and the next scene shows that the doctor comes to meet the man outside and gives him the child, and is like, congratulations, you have a bouncy baby girl, but unfortunately we lost your wife. And that depicts obviously that depicts that, okay, the wife died while giving birth. We have to show where they were trying to, they covered her with white clothes. They were like, push. It's so unnecessary and time wasting. Uncle said, no, we are going to show it. Come and see. This argument I'm talking about spanned for over 15 minutes, just over whether we should show that the woman gave birth or not. At the end of the whole argument, do you know what this uncle said that baffled me, and that struck me, and that shook me? He said, everybody in the whole place, we were like, let's not do it. He was the only one going for, let's do it. So the next thing he said, it felt attacked, and his opinion was not counting. It was like, I'm the head of drama. we are doing it. Bam. Everybody kept quiet. What do you have to say? Are you the head of the drama? Are you the leader? Are you the head of department of the drama unit? No. So guys, you guys do it. And we showed that the world will push until they came to chase us from the stage that thank you, your drama time is over and we did not finish drama. Guys, it was very funny. I don't know if I gave you guys the gist well, but it was so funny. But that's a typical example of a choleric person. They can be controlling, they like their opinions to count, they are very bossy, they are very, in short. But yeah, if you have a friend that can be controlling, if you guys are going out and they're like, you can't wear that out, you can't wear that with me, that's so impossible, please change that. Those kind of people, you know them. And the ones that will tell you, don't sit down here, stand up, sit here, and you must obey, with very authoritative voices. Guys, those are choleric people. So let's move on to the melancholy. These people are very gifted. They are very, very gifted, very skillful, very industrious, very self-sacrificing, very aesthetic. These people are very self-sacrificing. I can really relate to all those because, yeah, guess it. Okay, they can be very self-sacrificing, gifted, skillful. Do you know anybody that can do anything? Like, I know someone, and I know she will watch this video. When we were in school, we used to go, I was in a dance crew, so we used to have all these get together and all those stuff. So we used to go for get together at different places at the time. So our place was the best place at the moment to use for the get together. So we got there. Someone was now telling us that this woman, we should leave her, only she can pound yam, she can be an electrician. We said, okay, I think they said something happened to the bulb or something. Do you know she went to fix it, did the electricals? They were not like, only you. They were like, okay, I almost called her name, so let me name her Shawarma. They were like, only you fixing electric this thing. They were not like, oh, it's only that one you've seen. She even used to do shoe. She has shoemaker equipment. Lo and behold, we saw it too. True. She has shoemaker equipment. They said something about generator. She went to drag the generator, did not work. Plug everything, she fixed it. Only as she came, she said she wants to do smoothie. As she was going here, she was going there, doing this, doing like she could literally, she can like do everything. She can do anything a man can do. She can do anything a woman can do. Anything a professional can do, she can do it. And the funny thing is, she is not someone that is into the skillful line. She's actually a lawyer. So you can imagine how gifted she is. Like, that's the things I listed are like the list of the so many things she can do. You know yourself. Look at me. I know you are watching this video. You know yourself. Okay, so the negative part, okay, not negative, the weaknesses of the melancholy. Hey, these people are moody. Have you met a swinger? People that used to swipe mood. Swiper. You know, 1 minute, they're like, oh my god, let's go. And the next minute, what happened? Nothing. What happened? They are just like, what happened? Why are you on A? Then all of a sudden Z. How? These people can be so moody. They will just swing for no particular reason. Just 1 minute they're excited, the next minute they will just down their mood and affect every other person around them. So not so cool and so unfair. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. Then they can be very negative. These people are negative. They can be negative, they can be moody, they can be self-centered, they can be very critical. Oh Jesus, these people. God is their strength. God is our strength. Because I fall into this category, God is our strength. But I'm not as bad. I've worked on myself. That is why I'm doing this video, to help others like me work on themselves. Okay, so let me give a life example of someone that I know that demonstrates part of the weaknesses. My brother, small brother, yeah, he falls into the category of melancholy. Hey, this boy. Hey, maybe I will put up one of his videos when he's dramatizing unaware. I will catch him unaware. I will post it for you guys to see. Drama. we went to withdraw money at a POS stand. Now you know those POS stand, the way they do them with Paco, and the front is like this, they use stick to hold it. And we got there, the next thing boy says, see the stick, and she just shift and hit me on my head, blood should be gushing out. My mother looked at him and Alpha guy, which one is the what kilo baby? Those down on one side. Yesterday they went to buy food. Everybody had eating. They went to buy everyone going. Everybody had eaten their own different cooler. Me that I was dealing with one particular, something happened to me yesterday, I was dealing with it. Then the next thing I said was, Sister Ronke, and I should just open this cooler. If we finish it, close it there. When you are now ready to use it, you should just open it and make empty cooler. Why did you just used to sit down and think of some unimaginable things? We were inside and they said, just look at my sister was like, as you are going ahead, you just fall down, hit your head, and you should not wake up. Like you should just faint, you should not pour water on you. You now wake up. God, you like this one just let just sit down and thinking of nonsense. Another one that he does, that one is the negative stuff part. Another thing he does is when you correct him or he does something and you attack him, he talks very fast and he feels like people have attacked him. Nobody's on his side. For the rest of the day, God will not talk to anybody in the house. He will go and stay on his own. The worst part is if the thing happened when my dad was not at home, this boy will go on the car outside. He will go and lie down naked on the car and say this is where Popsy will come back and meet him. He will just lie down. He's not coming inside. Like guy, what was like? Do you have brain touch? What's wrong with you? Like what is to happen inside of you? What do you used to think that used to just manifest? Like guys, I can't even begin to tell you the orishi drama this boy used to act for us inside the house. That one is it. So I could not really, I actually know too many people that can be, yes, another thing, they can be revengeful. Why did I forget? Did I forget to mention that melancholy, they can be revengeful. Revenge people, not them. So that's that about the 4 temperaments. So if you missed out on the first 2, please watch my previous video. So now we're moving on to the 12 blends of temperaments. Okay guys, so moving on to the 12 blends of all the temperaments. So we're going to be picking sanguine as the dominant one while we merge it with the other 3 temperaments, that is the sun cool, the sun phleg, and the sun male. Being the whatever temperament that is dominant is going to come first. So we're talking about the sun cool, the sun male, and the sun phleg. So moving on to the sun cool first, that's the sanguine plus choleric being the second temperament. So now, having the happy, the exciting charisma of the sanguine, which is very enthusiastic, makes them very enthusiastic, a salesperson. Like, have you met someone that if you want to buy something, you will buy that thing? The way they will market the thing to you, the way they will give you details about the stuff, the product, the service, you will want to buy it. They can be very very that. Then the temperament, the charisma of the choleric people, that can be very organized and productive. Merging it into the sanguine temperament can make them channel that habits or that side of them that is people oriented, that is enthusiastic and sales oriented also, into a very productive part. You know, normally sanguines are normally not organized, they are not productive. So having choleric nature as the second temperament, we help them tone down those weaknesses of the sanguine and help them to be productive. I don't know if you get what I just said. So now merging, you can see as a result of that, I'm merging 2 temperaments together can help erase some weaknesses and accentuate some strengths and make people into a very, very wonderful ball that they are. That is very sweet, right? Yeah. So another characteristics of a sanguine is in the being that they are sanguine is an extroverted temperament and choleric is also an extroverted temperament. They tend to be very out there. They talk so much. They put themselves out there. Even their weaknesses, that people know almost everything about them down to their weaknesses. Like that is just a very down, like the weakness of the sun coal temperament, the fact that people know almost everything about them and their weaknesses, like they are always out there. So that's like a very huge weakness to this particular combination of temperament. Then they are the life of the party. When they are in the party, they are like bubbly, you can just not but love them, you cannot help but love them. But when they feel threatened in that environment, wherever they find themselves, or insecure, they can be very obnoxious. They can be, if you remember, one of the characteristics of a choleric person is cold, unemotional. So if the sanguine nature of that person feels threatened, they switch onto the obnoxious side of themselves, which is the choleric part. So they can be very rude and all that. Okay guys, so now the mel. Let's move on to the sanguine plus melancholy. Okay, these people are very emotional. They are highly emotional, but their moods, their emotions fluctuate drastically. They can laugh so hysterically 1 minute and the next minute they are bursting into tears. They are crying profusely. Like, have you ever been to a cinema and you guys are watching a movie, maybe a particular scene happens to be very sad, and the next day in the cinema, like some people will legit cry in cinemas because of their emotions, because of how they feel at a particular moment. I mean, who does that? Check them, goddamn Samuel. Okay, aside this, these people, one of their strengths is that they are very talented. Also, they are talented. You can mostly see them. They can go into public speaking because of the sun part of their temperament, and being that the melancholy, they can be, their mood, really mood. They can be highly on top, that they will be so extroverted you can mistake them for a sanguine. So imagine combining a momentary sanguine temperament with sanguine temperament. You can imagine that being very in the open, right? So they can go into public speaking, they can go into acting, they can go into music, they can go into anything artistic. Of course, without acting singer, most of the actors are supposed to even be sanguine because their mood is not stable in any way whatsoever. So okay, moving on. The sanguine, being that the sanguine is a talkative and the melancholy, they are full of criticisms. So this combination of temperaments, the sanguine plus the melancholy, can make people not really like them because they criticize before they even think. The sanguine, they can be very uncoordinated. They just talk at you, they're already talking. So they'll just criticize you without even realizing what they are doing, that they're actually bringing another person down. So they have a lot of substance, they have a lot of things they can do to impact other people's lives, but people would not even allow them to contribute to their lives because of that particular issue of them criticizing others. People can just be hostile towards them and just naturally not like them. So that is one of the issues they face because of the kind of people that they are. Now, what again? The sanguines, the male, they have anger problem, they have fear problem. The sanguines and the melancholy are dreamers. The melancholies are dreamers. They can just imagine. In short, they have wild imaginations. They have vivid imaginations. So combining these two temperaments that have wild imaginations can be something sweet. But if the character traits of the melancholy should bring forward a negative train of thoughts, that is the end. Once the melancholy aspect, that their negative aspect, just pops a negative train of thoughts, the potential is killed automatically, and this leads them to fear of acting or fulfilling their potentials because they've already criticized themselves, they've already criticized that dream themselves. So, and they have the fear of failure. So when they are like, okay, this thing can work, but maybe they've criticized it, they're like, you came out hotel, don't let me joke my joke, they've already analyzed the parts that will not go good, go well. So it just kills the whole morale that they have, and they never just go into that aspect of dream that they've add and all that. But these people can be very, very productive if they go into something. They can have a very consistent mode of operation when they have a project at hand to do, and they will like put it to maximum production. Like it will be so cool and so nice. So nice. So guys, let's move on to the SAN flag. So the SAN flag, sanguine plus phlegmatic, they are the easiest people to like. You will just cannot but love them. They are so easygoing, sweet people to love. The overpowering and obnoxious nature of the sanguine is easily offset by their gracious, easygoing nature. They are so they are entertainers. They are very sought after. I don't know if you have that friend and you be like, I'm bored, I miss this person, like or if you're in a very sad mood, you just feel like maybe you need someone to help you like laugh or make you feel better. There are some kind of people you just call, they just have the right words at the right time, not for your situation but about life generally, just to make you feel better. Like they are entertainers, they are always so like, but one of their weaknesses is that they are never self-motivated. They are is until maybe their circumstance or their environment, those are the only things that can motivate them. They cannot be self-motivated. I just think, okay, let me do this thing, I think it will profit me. No, maybe this thing is going on in the society, you want to profit, and when it's profiting people, maybe I should do it. They are those kind of people. They lack motivation, they lack discipline, they would rather socialize than work. They take life too casually. You know those people that I cannot come and die. This life, I can't kill myself. Oh, I cannot kill myself. Now them, those kind of people, those are the SAN flag. They are the least extroverted of the all sanguine temperaments. Obviously, SAN cold, both too extroverted. SAN melancholy can be extroverted sometimes. They can be introverted sometimes. So, but phlegmatic, they are naturally introverts. But combine it with the extroverted nature, they are not too extroverted. It is tempered. It is like it is brought down and all that. So that is that about the sanguine domineering. Is it domineering? Dominating side of the blend. Okay, now moving on to the temperament of the phlegmatic plus other temperaments. Phlegmatic being the dominant temperament. So first, guys, we are going to talk about the SAN, the phlegmatic plus the sanguine, phlegmatic being the dominating temperament of the two. Okay, so these people are the easiest people to love, to like get along with. They are the easiest people. You could not have issues in life, you will not have plenty issues. They are easygoing, they are fun loving, they are humorous, they are dependable, they are sweet, they are congenial, they are happy, they are just so sweet. You can't just give them up. They are just two wonderful people. They are loved by children, they are loved by adults. People just want to be around them. Like they love their family. They are those kind of people that you can just enjoy them. They are very humorous also. And if they are in a situation or an environment where the leader is a good motivator, they might pick up an active role. They are those kind of people. But you see their weakness, being that they've inherited the lack of motivation of the phlegmatic and the lack of discipline of the sanguine. Now join them together, no motivation, no discipline. They can, like, in short, they give up things a lot. They don't do anything. They easily quit school. They can just, like, anything that requires too much effort, they don't just want to do it. Anything that requires too much effort, they don't want to go into it. So they are always just there, like, I beg, I cannot come and die, those kind of jeje. They can't go out of their comfort zone and all that, which is not really too cool. So people like that have to work on themselves to be motivated, to actually function or have a very, like, very wide and productive life, you get. So now, guys, let's move on to the phlegmatic. Okay, guys, so the phleg and the choleric, phlegmatic, choleric. So these people are very easy to get along with. I mean, all phlegmatics are easy to get along with. They are calm people, so they are easy to get along with. But these particular people, because of the choleric being a very strong temperament on its own, and it happens to merge up with the calm nature, these people would normally not fight with you. They will not go into gidigbo or fight with you. No, they will not do that. They are not fighters by nature. The calm nature of the phlegmatic tends to tell, like, bring down the extra over spirit of the choleric people. So these people, they tend to be good counselors. They tend to be very good listeners, active listeners. Like, they will listen to you, give you good counsel, give you good advices. They are the kind of people that will not interrupt you with stories about themselves while you're talking. You know, there are some people that when you're trying to explain yourself to them and you're like struggling for lack of words, they'll give you words to use. They'll even give you sample. They will tell you, okay, about the similar situations while you're still talking about yourself. No, these kind of people will listen to you thoroughly from the beginning till the end of the whole thing you're doing. And their advices are usually helpful, practical, quite trustworthy. So these people they are sweet people. But you see their weaknesses. And another thing is that they would not come and meet you if you have a problem, that they are even saying that you have the problem. They will not come and meet you until you come and meet them and request for their advice or their help. They tend to be good people. They tend to do the right things, but they will never go out of their norm. They will not do extra. They will not go out of their circle to do anything. They are those kind of people. So their weaknesses, the fact that the phlegmatic people are calm and the choleric people are not calm, join it together. You can't imagine what that would be, Abby. Let me tell you what it will be. When you are fighting with them, or you want them to do something, and they're telling you they don't want to do it, and you're like, don't, you must do this one. You know, the regular choleric, you put enter inside mad something fights. But these ones, they will just be looking at you. Instead of them to exhibit that fight spirit with you, they will just keep quiet. They won't be in silence, but they will not yield. They are very unyielding and stubborn, determinedly unyielding and stubborn. They will not do it though, but they will be looking at you. They will not talk. That's the phlegmatic part of them is the one that's telling them, keep quiet, don't worry. Then the choleric part of them is telling them, feel it. I will not answer, I will not do what you're telling me to do, and I will not say anything. Those kind of people. Imagine the two bam at the same time. So they are those kind of people. And they would not readily come to the surface. They are the kind of closed off people. They won't open up. Unless maybe you're very close to them and you've been friends with them for a long time and you are pushy. You won't even know so much about them. They won't really open up to you. And they can be they get increasingly passive over time. The older they get, they tend to live a life of less drama as they grow old, but quite boring life, because they don't have drama. They don't want anybody to. They can be very sedentary. Like, they'll just resolve to their own personal workspace, their own things. They do their own things. They don't get involved in other people's life. They'll just be on their own, do their things and all that. So as they grow older, and they can be they can be good leaders if they're in a very active space. They can be good leaders, but they won't naturally just say they want to be, or that kind of thing. So if you're someone that you don't know this kind of people and you relate to them with gragra, people will have problems, because they will not shout at you, they will not tell you what they have at the back of their mind, but they will just not answer you, and people will have problem. So getting to understand this kind of people is key. If you can understand them and relate with them based on how you know they will yield, it will be very profitable. Otherwise, there is no profitable anything in any business. They will grow old and be alone with 100 cats. With 1 million cats, they will live boring life. That's if they don't work on that, their passive nature. They don't work on it. But if they work on it, they will live a very sweet life. So now the phlegmatic and the melancholy. These people are the most gracious of the old phlegmatic temperaments. Most gentle. They are not hostile. They are not angry. They are just gracious. They almost never say anything. Like my friend, my egg roll friend. Yes, they almost never say anything In short, they almost never even apologize because they would not even put themselves in a situation that will request them to be apologizing to you that we are no vex. Because what did they say? They won't even say not to talk of them saying something that will vex you, that will not let them start apologizing to you. Like, they are so gentle, they are calm, they are just there. But the fact that melancholy is their second temperament, and even the phlegmatic temperament is as an organization sense and all that. Their needs, their things are organized, their workspace is very tidy. In the house, as the strength leads, as the spirit of the strength comes, they can stand up, they can be very handy around the house. They'll stand up, repair one or two things in the house. They don't do too much, they are very calm people. Jeje laye,